Hello again and welcome back to another one, and today we have a couple of topics to cover, from King Crooked sharing a classic story about recording a posthumous Tupac album to a wild update on Tory Lanez, and we got a new milestone for Eminem, one that sparked some interesting conversations on Reddit about a trilogy that never happened linked to M, and we got rapper David Banner, who went on a heated rant about how streaming destroyed hip-hop music, and we'll expand on these topics in a moment, and we will be starting with King Crooked's story about Tupac's Until the End of Time, and it goes: when we were working on Tupac's Until the End of Time, we were given access to hundreds of vocal recordings. I listened to hours of Pac with engineers and his homies in the lab at the time of the recordings. A surreal experience, felt like he was physically in the room. These vocals were on 2-inch tape and locked in a room guarded by armed security. The album debuted at #1 and went quadruple platinum. R.I.P. the GOAT. And when a user responded with, "In your experience and history with access to those reels, were there many more songs or verses that are unreleased?" And to this, King Crooked responded with, "I believe so." And when another user expanded with, "That title track is one of the best Pac songs ever, in my opinion. The opening line gets me every time. Pure poetry. Perhaps I was addicted to the dark side. Somewhere inside my childhood, witnessed my heart die." To which King Crooked responded, "Poetry indeed." And in my opinion, it would be a good idea to get King Crooked in an interview where he expands on these classic stories, as I am sure a lot of fans would want to hear more about the recording process when they were making Until the End of Time, and I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comment section. And moving on to the next point, we got some breaking news linked to rapper Tory Lanez, as if you recall, he's serving a sentence, all due to the incident with Megan Thee Stallion, the one that Eminem alluded to on Houdini, that put the rapper in hot water on social media when Houdini dropped. And if you recall, we even got viral posts about how Eminem was using Megan Thee Stallion to stay relevant and whatnot. And back on topic, we got an update about an incident that happened a few hours ago. Check it out from Tory Lanez's Instagram page. Tory was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both of his lungs collapsed, and he was placed on a breathing apparatus. He is now breathing on his own. Despite being in pain, he is talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he is pulling through. He also wants to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. And this sparked reactions all over the place, as clearly some hip-hop fans struggle to take anything seriously, as this sparked reactions like, "What is this? The UK?"
Mr. Belding, that is so insensitive.
And this is hilarious because around the same time that we heard the news, a clip of Ed Sheeran on the Theo Von podcast was going viral of London getting cooked by the pop star. Check out a snippet.
What's the most dangerous place to be around here?
Here, I'd say every area of London has literally every area is sketchy. Like, I think that you cannot be anywhere. Yeah, it's not like a segregated city. There's like, it's very...
Everybody's scared.
No, I mean, the nice areas are sketchy, the bad areas are sketchy, but you just have to not do stupid shit. Like, if you wander around with, I don't know, like a Louis Vuitton duffel bag and a 200 grand watch, you are going to get robbed. Like, just don't do that.
Yeah, don't do it.
And back on topic, it is wild reactions out there to the incident, as some have expanded with, "Am I wrong to think it is karma? Part of me thinks this stabbing is payback for what Tory did to Megan." And of course, this quickly turned into a battleground of debates, as it is still a lot of people out there who believe he's innocent. So of course, this sparked split reactions and heated debates, and it has got to the point that speculations are now running wild, as another user expanded, "Rock Nation try to get Tory gone. Nah, how is this happening to a celebrity in federal prison? So many questions." And as you'd expect, this was ground zero for more heated debates. And some have now concluded, why y'all blaming Meg for his actions? Maybe this is his journey to get closer to God, because he could end up somewhere else. Pray for Tory, pray for Meg, and mind y'all's business. And like we've pointed out, anything is bound to spark debates when it comes to opinions centered on Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. And to this, a user fired back with, "Grotesque violence is never a freaking journey that necessitates a closer relationship to God. This shouldn't be happening to anyone on planet Earth. He is one of many. God bless humanity. And before we get to the latest milestone for M, linked to a song that was quite divisive when it dropped initially, that saw a lot of fans go with the herd of haters when it dropped. Before we get to it, we got to hear from David Banner, who is clearly not a fan of the streaming era of music, as he went on a heated rant about how streaming destroyed the culture and how rappers sold out hip-hop to receive crumbs as payment per stream. Check out the snippet from Drink Champs.
Do you think that hip-hop still needs a union?
No, because we already gave hip-hop away. I told y'all a long time ago that streaming was the dumbest shit that we ever did in history. We finally started getting pennies, and then you gonna let these motherfuckers give us fractions? You remember when the white folks went to war about movies and them streaming movies? And
Oh yeah, they boycotted. Yeah, that's right. Right.
Didn't they just do the same thing to music? And none of us said shit? Prince, T.I., David Banner, Snoop. I told you how stupid that was, and y'all called me crazy. We gave hip-hop away. So what you for now? We had just learned, bro. I had just started getting $9 an album, dog.
All right. Understood BDS.
Bro, I didn't need but one more fucking album, and I would have been a multi-millionaire off music, dog. And I produced myself. Bro, we gave it to tech motherfuckers who don't even care about music, who ain't even cool, dog. Shout out to all my tech motherfuckers who give me a lot of money. Y'all smart, but you ain't cool. You wanna be cool. That's our problem. I wanna be paid, dog. I wanna be free, dog. I don't care if you think I'm a geek. Nigga said I was crazy, dog. I told them that was the wrong thing to do. The God box failed because I wouldn't stream my album, dog. They cut the right people in. They cut the right artists in, and they sold y'all out. Y'all motherfuckers want to be cool and make TikTok pictures and shit, and you broke. We gangsta about dumb shit, but you ain't gangsta about your fucking money, about your life, about your culture. I don't play about hip-hop. That's why I don't do it no more, because I care about this shit too much. Don't give a fuck about shit. Bro, I gave my whole life to this shit, and this shit was a lie, dog. Y'all gave this shit up to them white folks and them tech companies. Now you butt-ass hurt.
And I believe that it is a lot more complicated than David Banner is making it seem, because while he's correct that streaming did devalue music, another issue is piracy and convenience, as piracy was cannibalizing physical and digital sales, and streaming was a solution that arose out of the problem of piracy, as it brought the convenience factor and steered listeners away from piracy. So it is a lot more complicated, but David Banner isn't entirely wrong, and this sparked reactions like, the listener gets an easier access to the music while the artist suffers. I loved listening to CDs and even tapes, but in terms of streaming, downloading music for free is better than paying for it on iTunes. I used to have Pandora, but now I have Spotify. Pros and cons. And like I pointed out, he failed to address the piracy angle, which was prevalent and problematic to the point that streaming provided a solution to that problem. And we had some more users expand with takes like he's spitting nothing but truth. Physical copies can make a comeback, but the convenience of digital always comes up. Streaming some music, but buying physicals 50-50 might generate a little business. And this is why the sales of vinyls have been going up, as vinyls provide more than just the music, as a lot of fans collect the vinyls as art to display due to the sizes that can be hung up and displayed like an artwork. And on David Banner's point that hip-hop has been sold out, some believe that it is for the best at the moment, as a user expanded with, honestly it is time to let them have hip-hop. It is mostly garbage now, with toxic negative content. It is not worth saving. 90% of all hip-hop and R&B artists, they are an equal part of the problem, wrong with the community.
Boy, I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
And on the business side of things, we got some users who claim to be recipients of royalties speak on how streaming has destroyed their earning potential. As a user also expanded with, he is 100% right. Even Ye used a sample of my dad's music 10 years ago. I got about 80,000 toll over a few years. Recently, Nas used the same beat on Magic 3 album. Also Jack Harlow on his last project have received more than $500 toll. Straight BS ruined music. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on these debates. Do you agree with David Banner that streaming is responsible for ruining hip-hop? Share your thoughts below in the comment section. And moving on to the next point, we got a divisive song from Eminem that recently hit another milestone, as we got Venom from Kamikaze hit a new one in France, as it has been certified platinum in the country. And we were one of the few pages who were able to predict that this was gonna be a hit when it was thousands of fans online trashing the song. And it is not to say that every fan has to love every song, but clearly some fans couldn't tell a hit even if it smacked them in the face. And now France is added to multiple markets that have seen Venom go platinum, as we got Australia, Austria, Brazil where it is certified 3 times diamond, Italy, New Zealand, Poland, United Kingdom, and the United States. That shows in recent years this is one of Eminem's biggest hits and the biggest hit from Kamikaze. And just in time for this milestone, we got a debate centered on why Eminem refused to complete the trilogy of Venom. Check it out from Reddit. Why for The Last Dance did we not get any Eminem rap? It would have been fitting since he did Venom, Last One Standing, but chickens for Last Dance. He's the reason I got into the Venom movies and nothing. Why? And while these sparked reactions on one end like this film's sucked bro, I'm glad we didn't get another song. Well, based on the data, the songs so far have been quite successful and have turned out to be a fan favorite, especially for the younger audience. And while some users believe Eminem was more busy at the time working on the new album, and to be honest, this could be the reason some have expanded with, I was wondering this too. Would have been nice to have M complete the trilogy with a final Venom track. Maybe all of the massive box office bombs Sony has been putting out had them cut the soundtrack altogether, who knows? And these are all valid suggestions, to be honest, but over to you guys. I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll be looking forward to some honesty. If you were in the group of fans who thought Venom would bomb when Kamikaze dropped, only to be proven wrong years later, tell us below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. See you on the next one.